This is a CD cover that I designed for the Dennis Dunaway Project. Dennis was a founding member of the Alice Cooper Band and its bass player. And like much of my favorite work, it wasn't used, but I'm using it now. I made some textures and I put a mask on it and I warped it and I wanted to have more control. So I used the sky in a different layer. So these are all the modifications that I did for this. And then, see, this was just for the sky. I think that was the original thing before I cut it into two pieces and modified it. And a little adjustment for the sky. And I just put this all in one group called the background group. And then I made a shape. I wanted to have the background be pretty much black. This is a vector path, which vectors are pretty cool because like Illustrator, you can mess with them if you want. So it's very flexible. And then also, if you want, you can go into attributes and modify them further here too. The great thing about this is it's non-destructive. You can change your mind. This is type on a path. You can do it in Illustrator or later versions of Photoshop. And then here are the effects. A drop shadow, a stroke, a bevel and emboss. And good thing about these effects is you can change them pretty quickly. I put this little texture over it. See, it's set to multiply at 40%, but if you look at it at 100, you can see what it was. It was just all these skulls, and I just wanted some texture into it. And so these are the skeletons, which I took them from Poser, and I posed them, and they're dancing skeletons. And I rendered them out with an alpha channel. An alpha channel is a mask that hides the background from the subject so that you can take the subject and put it on any background that you care to. In order to make a shadow, I just did something like this. Now, in the 2019 version of Photoshop, the Shift key no longer constrains your warp tool or maybe even your scale tools. It actually has the opposite effect that it had. It'll take me a while, but I suppose I'll get used to it. However, you can probably change this to a legacy shortcut. That's kind of how I made the shadow. A little blur on it, but again, I used black. Let's give all this stuff back. This circle is kind of cool because all it is a path, and it's got an outer glow on it. That's how it was put together. If I so wanted, I could take these skeletons and if you go to your history panel and select the menu in the upper right hand corner, you'll find all the options. This is the way I like mine set. I've found that doing it this way has saved me many headaches, and I can always go back depending on the number of undos I've set and my preferences. And that does it for Dennis Dunaway's Bones in the Yard. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.